Welcome to the Reality Trifecta podcast. I am your host, and today we are talking about Survivor 50, the season premiere. And oh my gosh, how exciting is it? There's so much positive praise about it all over social media. I would like to talk about it with all of you. In the beginning of the episode, we have this awesome recap of Survivor's history with the contestants going up to this point where we're at Survivor 50. It was pretty cool and it was pretty nostalgic if you are a true fan of this TV show. I would also like to mention the close-up on Cirie, Colby, and especially Jenna's face while they're on the airplane. But when it was facing Jenna's face, she opens her eyes and then she's on the boat on the way to the beach. That was so cool. And the contestants, they get to the beach where they meet Jeff, and Jeff talks to mainly the contestants who we haven't heard from for the past 15 years. So that was good to catch up with all of them. Then you have the reward challenge where the tribes are competing for fire in the form of flint, which is very important for Survivor. Then they had to choose one person from each tribe to go on the journey to get a pot and a machete. Those three people being Coach, Ozzy, and Q. And I like how Rizzo said, we got South Pacific up in here. And I kind of almost forgot that Coach and Ozzy played in the same season. So that ought to spark something. Then you have those three get to the island. And Ozzy, it was his challenge to win, because he's done those types of challenges hundreds of times. But the keys landed on the sand, and Coach just slid the keys over to him and won. And so he goes back to camp with a pot and a machete, while Ozzy and Q, they find out that they have to stay on the island. The island happens to be Exile Island. Then, by the end of their stay, they had to negotiate. You had Ozzy choose not to bring any supplies back to camp, but he has an extra vote advantage. While Q, on the other hand, he brings back supplies to camp, but he doesn't have a vote. So that puts him in a pickle. Throughout that time, you have the tribes, and I would love to share with all of you the tribe dynamics that we got going on so far. Let's talk about the Vatu tribe. We have Aubrey, Q, Kyle, Colby, Rizzo, Angelina, Stephanie, and Genevieve. I feel like we barely get to see Angelina do anything. Then you have Genevieve and Aubrey literally staring each other down. Like, can we trust each other? Yes, no, maybe, so. Aubrey's like, I don't trust Genevieve. But Genevieve's hoping to trust me. It's like they almost think alike. Then you have Colby, who wants to continue working with Stephanie, who they've played with each other since Heroes vs. Villains, and they want to continue working with each other. And Colby, at first, he goes off saying Rizzo is getting on his nerves. And you have this bittersweet moment where Colby and Rizzo are bonding with each other, and they're establishing trust with one another. And it's a very, symbolic moment if you look at it, where you have Colby, who was Rizzo's age when he first played in season 2, while you have Rizzo, who's the a part of the current era. And to have that dynamic was very bittersweet, I should say. It made a good, tender moment for the show. Then you saw Q and Kyle start off a little alliance where Kyle was the only person Q was honest with when Q lost his vote. So he told Kyle that, and only Kyle. So far, I believe Colby is doing a good job socially for this tribe so far. Then you have the Callow tribe. Honestly, the Callow tribe did not have that much of a good edit in this episode, which is not a good sign. The Callow tribe consists of Charlie, Tiffany, Chrissy, Camilla, Dee, Coach, Mike, White, and Jonathan. To have Jonathan on your tribe, that's like number 1 overall pick. Then you have Mike White, who wants to improve his social game this time around. Also, he's kind of ripped. You barely see much from Charlie, and I hope they don't give him a Nick from Winners at War edit. Then you have Chrissy, who wants to say that she is willing to do anything she can at this point to get further into the game, and that says a lot in a premiere episode. I think we barely get to see Camilla throughout this episode. And lastly, you have Tiffany and Dee wanting to work with each other. They're like, yes. Tiff, more specifically Tiff, she's like, Dee is a game player. I want to play with a game player. I would like to see how long this alliance is gonna last. Then you got the Scylla tribe. I am excited to share with you guys this tribe. This is so far my favorite tribe of this season. You have Cirie, Rick Devens, Christian, Jenna, Emily, Joe, Savannah, and Ozzy. Like, that is my favorite tribe, filled with a lot of good players, really good players. You have Jenna, who wants to do well socially. Then Cirie and Ozzy are aligning with each other. You have Christian, Devens, and Emily aligning with one another. That's gonna make good TV, I promise you that. And you got Joe, who wants to change his ways a little bit compared to the last time he played. You can tell that he wants to give it a go. And you have that. You have this awesome tribe that is about to play good Survivor. You have the immunity challenge. Oh my gosh, this was a grueling immunity challenge. Like I said, if you had Jonathan on your tribe, you were going to get stuff done immediately. And that's what happened for the Callow tribe. And we get to see something really shocking. Kyle injuring himself during the challenge. Enough for Jeff to stop the challenge. And medics coming to check in on him. And so they decided to continue on with the challenge. And Kyle was able to get up that wall, while the other tribe, the Scylla tribe, Cirie was having a difficult time with the rope. And it was disappointing to watch her not do a good job with the challenge. Like, Cirie's one of those contestants that you just root for, and then that was like disappointing to watch. For that specific reason, Scylla lost the challenge. Then you go back to camp where Scylla is strategizing who to vote out. Jen is like, yes, Cirie. She needs to leave because of how bad she did during the challenge. But the other contestants are saying whoever they vote out, it's gonna make other contestants look at them differently. And so they're throwing names out, like Emily saying, oh, what if we just vote out Ozzy? No, that did not happen. Then you go to tribal council where you have, and I gotta applaud production for this, you have the old tribal council music as they are voting and as the person is getting voted out and leaving the tribal council area. And by a unanimous vote, the season 1 contestant in Jenna has been voted out. She has waited so long just to become the first person voted out. And she didn't shake anyone's hand or hugging while leaving. She wants to leave bad juju behind, praying that the survivor gods make sure that their tribe loses almost every single challenge. And don't forget, the tribe color is orange, so that's usually a curse. The next day, one person from each tribe goes on another journey, and the 3 of them get there. You have Mike White, Colby, and Savannah. The twist of the journey is that one person leaves, and that person being Mike White, he ends up leaving. And this was after they were all talking as to what's going on at camp. And Mike White, when he gets back to his tribe's beach, he spills the beans about how Ozzy feels about Coach. And so Coach is starting to get angry. But back to the journey. It was a stacking challenge. And you would think that Colby being the tallest gives him the advantage to stack the building, to not let it fall down, right? Wrong. Savannah wins. And for that, she wins a block of vote advantage. While Colby, on the other hand, he loses a vote. Q, who does not have a vote, really trusts Colby. And now they both don't have a vote. So 6 out of the 8 people on that tribe do not have a vote. I'm sorry, they do have a vote. 2 of them don't have a vote. I am sorry, I misspoke. Gosh, I am so tired. It's been a rough week. I'm a bit sick. I am trying to recover, and I'm trying to make the best content as possible as I can for you guys. So, this is what y'all are gonna get. Also, I'm not sure if it was the next day, but we get unfortunate news that Kyle tore his ACL, meaning that the medics have to pull Kyle out of the game. And it was a shame. It was very upsetting because I really wanted to see how Kyle was going to do immediately after winning Survivor 48. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Kyle recently posted a video on social media about his whole recovery process, and that was really inspiring. And it's pretty cool. So, hope you guys can check it out to be updated on Kyle. And both Kyle and Jenna did an interview on CBS Mornings, which is a big thing for a season like Survivor 50. Well, I hope that I covered as much as I could from this 3-hour premiere. It's a lot to cover, and I hope I did that the best that I could. And I hope you guys have a great day, and stay tuned for the next episode. I'll see you guys. Wait, I am not done. I am so upset with my tired ass right now. I forgot to cover the Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol, which is something that was loudly brought up during the previews. Genevieve has found the Boomerang Idol, and how it works is that She gets to decide whether she wants to keep it or send it to another person from a different tribe. But if that person gets voted out with the idol, then that idol comes back to her. So in this instance, she decides to give the idol away to Ozzy, which is a very profound pick if you ask me. All right, I'm done. I am done. I hope you guys have a terrific day, and I hope you all can stay tuned for the future. Thank you.